Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to give you tips on how you can overcome and change habits, and especially habits that you feel have a negative impact on your overall life. Most of the information in today's video comes from this book, The Power of Habit. What researchers have found out is that most of our behavior is habitual. And our habitual behavior, the things that we do without thinking, is run by our subconscious mind. So a lot of people have habits that they don't necessarily like. They don't necessarily want to continue with those habits. They may not want to admit to anyone that they have those habits, but it's really hard to break them. It's really hard to let go of those habits, to change them, because they're run by our subconscious program. And it's really hard to change your subconscious mind unless you are consciously aware of something you want to change. So the first step is just to be consciously aware. In the book, they talk about 3 steps when it comes to a habit. Say, for example, if you have a habit that you don't like, a habit that you want to change, it could be biting your nails, it could be procrastinating, it could be overeating, it could be staying up too late, it could be spending too much time on social media, it could be playing too much video games, it could be smoking, it could be any type of addiction, any other host of habits that you may identify with, and a habit that you feel like you want to change. The first step is to be aware of the cue. The cue means what is it that starts this process that you want to do this habit? What is the trigger? What is the initial spark that make you want to do this habit? So say, for example, if the habit is that you have a tendency to overeat. When you're at work, to snack too much. So you're at work, you're working, and you feel like you need a break, and on that break, you snack, and the reward is that you feel better. So the first step is just to be aware of the cue, and the cue might be that you feel like you need a break. And the habit is that you eat snacks. So instead of eating the snacks, you gotta change the habit, the pattern. So now that you have the cue, you know that you need that break, so instead of going to your habitual pattern, which is eating snacks, you change that with something else. Former habit, which is eating the snacks, will then give you a reward. And the reward is you feel better, it tastes good, you get chemicals released associated with that snack that you just ate, and you feel that you've been rewarded. It is the middle step that you need to change. You have your cue, and then the middle step is forming a new habit. That could be talking to a coworker, going for a walk, or doing something completely different. So now every time you do a different habit, you're going to essentially trying to reprogram your mind. It could be that you're biting your nails. It could be that you're spending too much time on your phone. It could be every time you're bored, you look at your phone. So every time you feel bored, instead of looking at your phone, which is the habit, maybe do something else. Maybe it's reading a magazine. Maybe it's picking up a book. So you want to change the habit. And the last step, which is extremely powerful, is belief. They talk about the belief in the book. They talk about Alcoholics Anonymous, and that belief was such a pivotal ingredient. They found out that even if people did not believe in God, but the fact that they had belief, that the belief that things could change, actually was a power for the habit. Identify the cue, change the habit, feel the reward, and last but not least, you gotta believe. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time.